Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Accidental, also known as Banished. In today's episode, there's going to be a lot of things going on. Yes, indeed there is. Off camera, I've done quite a bit, as you can see. Like I said I would, I'm going to probably have slightly longer gaps between episodes. I don't mean in terms of time. I mean in terms of what happens between the episodes. It'll still come out about 3 times a week. If I can keep up with that. It may go down to 2 times, but that's unlikely. So what has happened? We've had a bit of a population boom. Totally not my fault for making houses everywhere. Look, she's simply destroying this house so less people can live there. Ignore the house. Yeah, so we've finally made our own little orchard. Lots of farms over here. It's like expanded to the entire area, so if we need more food later on, we'll have to expand somewhere else. But the big problem I'm having right now is actually firewood, because of lack of logs. So we're going to have a new forester area. So I'm thinking, and that's a rare thing I do, this entire area here will be permanently dedicated to herbalists, foresters, gatherers and hunters. That's what this entire area will be permanently for. So that's what our plan is today. It's going to be converting the wilderness into our whims. If I do it like this, and that lets me put it anywhere here. So let's see, the forest that ends there, so actually it's quite a big area we've got to play with. There would be definite. Okay, so that's where I've done the road. Forester there, then we also, for now, just have a forester. We're going to have to try and figure out what to do next in terms of expanding. We've made a quarry, we've pretty much got everything in small portions. We have got a tailor, which I've turned off purely because they use up leather so fast. It's about 1 season and they can use up 60 leather, and then there's no point because it takes about 5 seasons to get rid of that. So I'll be kind of bouncing the tailor on and off for a while now. Some more storage barns are being made purely because the new marketplace, yay, can't quite hold everything. We need more space, so nearby storage barns are going to fulfill that requirement. Over here, we're going to do something because this is the end of the map here. So this is the corner. If we can completely urbanise this area, we have the entire corner done. In fact, let's have a quick look at the map, which I very rarely do. Okay, so this is the map. I honestly thought it was bigger than that. Can you not increase the size of the map at all? Curious. Well, regardless, okay, so here's the map. That's the entire map. So we're already covering a good 1/6 of it already. So if we go down here, we can cover at least 1/4 of it once this entire area is taken over. So this will most likely become farmland. Perhaps, though, let's have a look if we can make delicious mines on this little ridge here. Because I've been finding it difficult to actually find somewhere to build a mine. Okay, we can have at least one here. So most likely then, scrap what I said before, this will become a bit of an industrial area, fed via the food of here. So we'll need a market here then, definitely. Okay, I'll put down the mines. I won't actually allow them to be constructed just yet, but wow, we have 2 mines there and there. It's actually absolutely wonderful. So let's make a path to there though. Let's just plan out what's going to be here then. So we won't actually build anything just yet, but a lot of planning. So that's all there. Then of course we're going to need a rather spacious stockpile right next to it. That's one mistake I kept making last series, putting the stockpiles way too far away from the mines. Always the mines as well, I'm not quite sure why. Once again, pause that. I said, you can't pause that apparently, that's very irritating because that means labourers are going to run all the way over there to destroy that. That's a bit irritating. We've got a lot of spare labourers though, which I think I will turn into farmers because then they'll still act as labourers later on. Where is our forester's lodge? There it is. So yeah, it's been worked on. Nice. Ugh, still a bit sniffly, but I'm getting better now finally after all this time. So we're going to need a market, definitely. The market's going to be necessary because the people over here are going to need food. Yes indeed. So I think there. So if I put a market there, and that's where the peoples can live. So let's do houses. I think we'll make sure the market's up first before everything else. The market, then the houses, then the mines. So pause all those, like so. Market's already paused, wonderful. And so are the houses. And then what we'll need is an actual blacksmith, of course. This all in the future. Right now we don't really need any more tools. In terms of tools, we're pretty much okay. And this will go next to the storage facility there. Excellent, and pause again. Do you want a storage barn here? Probably in the future. So that's what it looks like so far. This will probably supply the tools for the entire nation, so we will probably want more people living here, but this is how it will start off. Very small little area, purely for mining and blacksmithing and nothing else. We have a lot of iron right now, and that's just from destroying, well, that's from collecting it from the natural area, so that's not too much of a concern. I think it will actually allow the market to be made, and it will probably take a while. Ah, yes, that's something we do need to do. Someone did die, which is resulting in less happiness. We don't have a church or a graveyard yet anywhere, so that's something we do need to fix. But where should it be? I don't want to cut into this area, because that will cut into our forest area, but it is a nice area here next to the market, since all the hustle and bustle and stuff. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to put it there. That's where it's going to be, and the cemetery, of course, will be right next to it. Not the biggest cemetery, but we're not the biggest village right now, so it's not too much concern. We have a lot of libraries, which is good. We need a tailor again, so do that. Do we need more stone cutters? Yes, we do, for all the things we're doing now, and eventually we need more miners. Okay, that's how I'll leave it for now. I think that's the big things. So what do we need to do after that, then? Converting these into stone houses would be nice, and a trading post would be wonderful. So wood like sheep. Sheep as soon as possible would be great. Where would I build this, though? I'm hoping... Ah, yes, you can put it here. Wonderful. That is actually great news. Again, I'll actually allow that to be built for now. We're definitely going to need more stone cutters then, so... 6 stone cutters. When you need them, you really, really need them. It's so slow. It turns out it is a lot faster to actually just gather stone from the environment. But obviously that's a lot more random. Also, with the amount they have to run to get it. Basically, that they can actually harvest it faster than they harvest from the quarry. But of course, the journey time can be crippling sometimes. Ah, there's our little vendor, who's been replaced as well. It was a male before, I'm fairly certain. Now it's this lass, Essie, the uneducated vendor. I suppose in terms of jobs, that's probably the one which I'd be most happy with not being educated. Our blacksmith, of course, and our woodcutter are both currently acting as labourers because they can't shove any more stuff into our barns, which is great. Okay. Yeah, definitely need the market first. Should come up a bit faster now it's winter because all the libraries are out. I should actually, now I think about it, cancel the removal of everything over here. I did ask for a lot of removal over here, so let's get rid of that, just to make sure that it's all focused on this area. What I could do is remove all these resources like that, but that would take forever. I'd rather be selective about what's actually on the things for now. Do I want another builder? No, since we simply don't have enough stone to sustain them, so there's no point in having another builder. Because they would simply have no resources to build with. A bit of a concern, yes indeed, a bit of a concern. Also, next season is going to be our first proper season with chestnuts, which is good. Get some more health up, hopefully, with another type of food. We have a lot of foodstuffs actually. We're doing quite well in terms of variety despite having such a small village. I think once you've played it a lot, once you've played Banished a lot, like our last season, you start to anticipate things, anticipate bad things, and you can kind of work around them. One thing I do want though is a well and a hospital, which I'm hoping can fit in here nicely as it can. Okay, so the hospital can go there in the future, not now, though there's too much to be done. The chapel is coming up really well actually. So that's where all our stone's going apparently. Good to know. I was hoping the marketplace would take a bit more of a precedence, but apparently not. But at least the chapel will bring happiness once it's complete, and along with the cemetery. It's very weird saying that a cemetery will bring happiness, because that's not really true either. It will speed up sadness. It will get sadness. Blacksmith, sorry, the stonecutters are actually doing quite a good job. I think it's because I only have one library. It seems it's doing a better job than it actually is. I do still need, sorry, only one builder. I do still need a lot more. We have actually been quite clever this time, and we do have a schoolhouse. We put that down, as you know, very, very early on. and thus our educated population is probably nearing 90%, really. There's only a few libraries at the very start which actually managed to sneak through before the schoolhouse was down, and that's why we haven't got that far. I would have got further than this, but having students, so yeah, having students, having them not instantly become libraries has really slowed down our growth. Having a big slew of uneducated libraries does speed you up in the short term, particularly when you're at this kind of stage. Yes, yield is actually coming up on the chestnuts. Wonderful. Trying to get more into orchards this time, because when they do die, you do cut down the tree. Although it isn't amazing, it does give you about 2 trees a season once it's all fully matured. Which, again, isn't amazing, but does add up if you have a lot of them. Also, the yield is quite nice. But at the moment, we simply don't have enough farmers to completely do... Oh, there we go, look! It's got all the resources needed, and it's finally starting to come up. The chapel will soon to be built to our pagan gods. Mahahaha, etc. Okay. I've never really looked at the church when it's under construction. It's kind of weird. I would have thought it'd be more on the inside, not one completely open room. I mean, I know it has to have obviously a big worship hall, but yeah. Okay. Also thinking about building something similar to this in Creativeverse for Minecraft. Oh! A stone cutter was crushed by a rock. And yes, we don't have the chapel up yet, so the cemetery up, so that will cause a bit of sadness indeed. Well, Sir and Sirette, I'm going to quickly cut it here until at least something is built, as it is taking some time. So back in a second when something happens. And welcome back, Sir and Sirette. The chapel is up, the cemetery is up, and the trading post is almost up. So now it's time to consider something I didn't consider before. What on earth are we going to be trading? Because right now we have nothing in excess. Really, the only things I'll think of is herbs and firewood, because firewood's always good. The problem is we aren't producing firewood at the level we really require to do that, but we kind of could in small quantities, but just buy minimum amounts of animals if they do come. Of course, animals and crops are the most important things. The problem with crops is they always cost a set amount, which is very, very expensive. So until our new forest hut is up, which is taking its sweet time because of a lack of stone, it's going to be a bit difficult. So we do need a trader, so the library can instantly become that. And then let's set it to steal 250 firewood. Okay. So that's going to take that away quite soon, which is a bit of an issue because, well, winter's coming. Well, it's now late spring coming into summer, so we are stealing before the winter. It'd be better if we were stealing in the winter, so then everyone has already got their stockpile of firewood. But beggars can't be choosers, and a nomad can come at any time. Hopefully during this episode, it'd be lovely for once to see us buy an animal. It seems that every time an animal comes, I'm simply not recording. I'm not sure where the pasture would go, but I think I'd eagerly replace one of these if it's a sheep, or just place it down here if I could. The market's also coming up, so the market's up soon, so this area could become something, which does mean we could put a pasture down here, I suppose, like 20 by 20 I think is the max size. Yes it is, okay. So I could put it up there when we get it, but that's going to be in the future. Right now we simply have to wait. Oh, it's already grabbed its 250 firewood, that's why it went down to 138, which is a bit concerning, but I could put it up a little bit more. Okay, let's be a bit cheeky and be a bit sketchy and just get as much firewood as we can possibly, because we can't always remove firewood if we have to. It's not the best, but we can. I think I'm going to actually have a new stone cutter as well. Not the best jobs. I do feel sorry for the people who are working in the quarry, but it is something we do need desperate. Why is the hunter's cabin being finished before the starting forester's lodge? There we go. Workers, seriously, priorities. You need it sorted. What I think I'll do then is rely on the library to get logs down here, and I might. Oh, is it worth it? Yeah, I think it'd be worth making a stockpile near here just for the forester to make them more efficient. Yeah, I think it would be best. Oh yeah, I've also placed a single house down here just because that way whoever lives there can be more efficient, and of course it'll either be the forester or a hunter. Because currently we'll have to run all the way down here, which isn't great, it must be said. You know, to warm up or eat or do pretty much anything. Yep, the market's actually coming down nicely now. It's almost finished in collecting its stone. Because what's left to build? There's one stone house. That doesn't need any more resources. It just needs to be hit a few times. And the market. So, oh, a trader going the different way than I'd expected. I thought it was going to come this way, but oh well. Nomad, what have you brought for me today? Seeds! Which I don't think I'll be able to afford at all. No, we need almost double. Steal all the firewood if you can. Stay there. I want the wheat seeds. Stay. Stay. Okay, how are we going to do this? Well, the new forester's hut is up, so we can put a new forester in. So what we could do is make a new woodcutter, since we are going to need this, which is a bit sad. But there. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it this time, which is a bit of a shame. Have a new vendor as well, actually, now I think about it, because we want logs into here. Ah, someone died of old age and became... Oh, the third! Oh, a few people have died. Well, we have 3 little graves now, which is very depressing, but at least we can honour their lives. They were here probably at the very start. Can we make it... Oh, so freaking close! Come on, guys, more firewood! Anything we can try. Just put things in. At this stage, anything, please. Can we trade iron? Who knows? Just put things in there. I don't think these ones accept food. Only food vendors actually accept food, which is very annoying indeed. They do accept iron, however. Which is, we haven't got much to spare, but it is worth quite a lot, so certainly something to consider. Oh, that's so close. Come on, guys. Oh, we now have 20 iron. They do accept tools as well, okay. We're getting there, it's so close, please don't leave. Just stay there for another few minutes, I beg you. Why can't we barter all with this fellow? Put more iron in. Just put more stuff in now. Do it. Oh, let's reset the damn thing. 5, 4, 7. So we've got 20 of those, and we do have 20 of those. Okay. We're like a tiny bit off. We're 12 off. 12 worth. That's such a small amount. Trader, quickly, anything you can find. Sell them a human if we have to. Yes. What are you going to put in? Yes! You know, this just went. Oh, we just made it. We now have wheat. So next season we are going to be planting wheat in this field. In fact, we might be planting it right now. Is it actually going to plant the wheat, or is it going to do last season's worth? I can't see the crops growing yet. It does take a while for the seeds to actually come through. I don't think it's working, no, because we did change it mid-season. Why do we have 11 labourers? Oh no! The teacher has died. Ah, poop. Well, that's not good. Okay, all of you can be farmers. And a couple of stone cutters. Okay, there we go. That's not great, it must be said. It's not the best. It really, really isn't. In fact, I'm going to put some of the farmers into woodcutting now I think about it. 1 woodcutter and a lot of foresters. Okay. Oh, one too many. Oh, poop. All that work we've put into making an educated population, and I've just lost. Oh, that's horrible. Well, time to turn on the mines. The mines and the blacksmith are being turned on. Well, they're not being turned on, but being built. Including the houses as well. Since you have such a huge population now, we may as well get to work housing them and putting someone into something else. That happened last time as well. I can't believe I forgot. You should always have 1 labourer if you're educating your population, because if the teacher dies and there's no replacement, apparently the students don't wait 1 second and instantly become uneducated labourers, which isn't good. Must be said, it isn't good at all. Hey, we're already getting logs over there, which is nice. We could do actually is put a woodcutter here. That would be okay actually, because that means it'd be putting more and more emphasis on the market every day. But the markets are so good. I really did underestimate markets before I started playing the last series. This is basically Series 2, isn't it? I've just realised. Accidena is Series 2. Hopefully this time we can actually finish it though and completely cover the world. Although it should be not too difficult. And then we'll see if you actually want more Banished afterwards. Probably not. I think you'll probably have your fill once you've completed this world. Still a bit of space to do, but actually not that much. Small world is very, very small. Let's try and aim for a different goal then. Let's try and get 200 population. That's the goal. 200 sustainable population. That will be the new goal indeed. Okay. Oh, we're losing tools. Please say you're educated. Yes, you are educated. Why are you not making tools? We have iron. Well, it doesn't matter too much, as soon we will hopefully have this up and running. Lots to do indeed. Tools seem to... Oh, I know why it is, because we've shoved all the tools here and tried them. We've got 40 in fact. Put the tools back. There you go, we're going to have 40 more tools added to the pool. That's why he's been stealing the tools the entire time, to replenish the tools we just sold. Also, we can lower the iron again and simply put up the firewood. Yeah, trading firewood seems to be the most efficient option, really, so try and stick with that. We have 7 kids and 2 students now. Oh, so many uneducated labourers. That's going to be a bit of an issue now, and will hold us back. Although it will give us a short burst of goodness, because now during the winter we have more farmers and we have a lot more foresters, even if the majority are not actually educated. In fact, only 1 of 4 of these ones are. Oh dear. For those who are wondering, uneducated foresters don't plant as efficiently. It takes longer for them to plant trees, it takes longer for them to actually cut down a tree. They're more likely to be killed by a falling tree, and they can't carry as much. So, although it's not as bad as some things, because I think really the worst thing to have uneducated is the tailors and the blacksmiths, it's still pretty bad. Well, actually, even the woodcutter's pretty bad, but they're worst. They're the worst. Blacksmiths who are uneducated will use up the same amount of resource for half of the tools and take longer to do it. So, yeah, it will drain your reserves. Really doing the house down here soon. Maybe we should just stop this one working. Yeah, let's turn off this market until we actually have people living here. As right now, there is no need to have these resources down here. There really, really isn't. As everyone's living up here still. Okay, sir and sirs, I think this will be quite a short episode, but we've got a lot done. We've got a trading post, we've got a new kind of crop, we've got a church, we've got a chapel, we've got is it church? Yeah, chapel, we've got a cemetery, and we're getting on top of all of the issues we were having. So, yeah, even the expansion's coming along. I hope to see you next time. Again, sorry for the short episode. Likes and comments are very, very welcome and will ensure the continuing of me doing this series. Of course, I do adore Banished, so I probably will do it regardless, but it just makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next time, and please have a nice day. Goodbye.